You should share your screen
I
before you.
am.
Okay. All right. There you go. Yeah.
Cool. Welcome back to round two. We are joined by my friend Kevin, who has drafted with me on Skype before. So, is this real life? Says Kid Chaos. Yes, Kid Chaos.
I feel like it's his imagination. He is living in
We're
the fantasy
we're
world.
gonna keep
This is a
this.
snap keep.
I
Holy
imagine that
crap.
Kid Chaos watches my YouTube channel. Expedition Envoy. You know what Expedition Envoy probably can't beat? Sludge Crawler.
I feel like for the first two turns of the game, it beats it pretty well.
Shh. All right, cool. Eyeless Watcher crushes Expedition Envoys.
Yeah. I mean, I guess better than it crushes core castigators.
All right, Kevin, what do you think of just blocking this Expedition Envoy this turn? Because we're going to
Um,
be casting Transgress the Mind next turn.
I think Transgress is fine. I think your opponent's about to play something, so I'm kind of curious what 2/2 they're about to drop. You don't. Are you playing Transgress next turn?
Maybe. I mean, my opponent might play
So what
Court
if you draw
Castigator.
four?
Yeah, okay. We're not blocking the Expedition Envoy, we're
Yeah,
blocking the Court Castigator.
yeah, that's a better
Faux
idea.
shizzle.
Yeah, Sledgecrawler has a couple options in life. It is blocking Expedition Envoy or Core Castigator, and he is choosing to block the Castigator.
Yeah. I think, and I think we do play Transgress the Mind, especially when my opponent is down to three
Yeah,
mana, or three cards in hand, and we have an Eyeless Watcher coming.
yep, no, it seems good. I also don't think you block next turn to get the Dominator Drone trigger.
Do you think that's worth taking 3 damage?
I think that given that your opponent is likely to not play any of those cards for at least the next two turns, yes, it's fine.
Chasm
No, you're taking the Stasis Snare.
Mountain. Well, yeah, but
Oh, okay, all right, you're writing them down.
yep,
You do know that the chat log at the top tells you what.
yeah, I do.
All right.
We're exiling the Stasis Snare though,
Oh yeah, for
pretty
sure.
easily.
Okay.
Do you think we attack here if we plan on not blocking?
I mean, how much do you want to block? Do you think taking the three? Is there anything worth ingesting for?
Um, Not really, but I think if we're not blocking, attacking is fine.
I'm okay with that. I think for sure that we're okay taking the three additional damage next turn.
Sounds good. Doesn't make up for taking my snare though. All right, Kid Chaos, you got it.
Yeah.
Hey, we got another Core Castigator. It's like we blocked one.
Yeah. So I call it totally worth it there.
Totally
We
worth.
we knew that was going to happen.
All right, our opponent.
Uh, and he only attacked with the core castigators. So
Wow,
really, you only took one additional damage.
got there, and we drew a complete disregard. Jeez.
Wow, we're so good at this game.
All right, our opponent has a Chasm Guide and an Unknown.
Yeah.
We're not going to attack, Abby.
Yep. Makes sense.
If our opponent chooses to attack with the Chasm Guide, we will be blocking that with the Dominator Drone pretty easily.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good trade. Given that our opponent appears to be playing allies, I think that yeah,
Do you think we block the?
I know. I think you are completely fine with that.
Yeah, I think this trade is fine.
Yep.
All right, we did not draw a.
Land.
That's correct. What do you think about completely disregarding the Chasm Guide and getting in for 3?
I think that is a better idea than waiting until next turn and seeing what your opponent does. The card that your opponent has is an unknown still, so
If it's an ally?
but it's only one, and yeah, it's
If it's an ally, we don't want it to have haste, and if they can't
We
cast
want
it,
to
it
get
doesn't
in
really
for
matter.
3 and ingest. Sounds good to me.
That's where the disregards went. Ooh, got an endless one. The most efficient card in the game.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Atlas Watcher's gonna be nice eventually.
Yeah.
Another stasis snare? Is it another stasis snare? Because I would be impressed.
No, he. What is he tapping?
It's probably
Shit.
actually a Shatter Skull recruit.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Andu champion.
Oh,
That's
undo.
less annoying.
Yeah. Cool. We have lots of blockers for that.
Yeah, namely this Dominator drone.
I mean, or Eyeless Watcher and its 2 children.
I think Atlas Watcher goes in front of the Expedition Envoy, and the children get used for mana.
I think that is a more efficient use.
Or we've scared our opponent enough into not attacking, which is
Yeah,
great.
I think you. Yeah, no, this is a really good position. Why did you not play the Deathless Behemoth there? I know that it would be getting rid of a Scion, but that Behemoth is pretty darn big.
Because we have better things to do, let's be real.
Okay, so are you going to grip here?
Yep.
All right, what are you gripping?
Probably the Fire Mantle Mage. Why do you ask?
That's fair. Um, well, so my thoughts were, I think that you just grip the Ondu champion and the untapped plains because you,
Play around Lithomancer's focus? I understand.
yeah, it's the Lithomancer's focus that always keeps me up at night. No, this is a better play. I don't actually think that I would have seen that. Because I mean, you get to use the Scion as like kind of a double resource there,
Yep.
which is actually really nice.
Yep.
So good play, good play,
We got
Morgan.
really lucky that our opponent didn't play their or attack with their Expedition Envoy because double blocking that would have been a pain.
Yeah, I also don't think we care about taking the 2 there,
Mm-hmm.
uh, especially since it trampled.
Yeah.
You got to be careful about taking that too. I think you gruesome slaughter here and kill the expedition envoy.
I think that
Yeah, no, is that a good idea? No.
Gruesome
All
Slaughter is better used because Deathless Behemoth has Vigilance.
right.
We can play Gruesome Slaughter and then attack with the Deathless Behemoth, and then
Yep.
before blocks, tap it.
I was being sarcastic.
Are you sure?
I think I was being sarcastic.
Okay.
I think you can blame the whiskey. So
Also, friends, Kevin is a whiskey connoisseur.
yep. I'm currently drinking Michter's Rye Bourbon for those listening. It is delicious. And yeah, no. Work had an open bar tonight, so can you go wrong? I don't think so.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Open bar tonight that the HR guy said was going from 5 until 9, and then at 12:30 in the morning I was like, I'm leaving now. And
Stasis Snare, you're
wow,
no
number 2.
fun.
Wow.
Wow, what a jerk face. I
Yeah.
liked that
No.
Deathless Behemoth. He and I were bros.
Were you bros?
Although, what do you think of bringing in Reclaiming Vines in this matchup?
I think that's fine. I mean, one of my favorite things to do in this format is actually to play red and volcanic upheaval awaken spells.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that tip from LSV. If you guys have ever heard of him,
I don't know. That sounds too mainstream for me. Our opponent
yeah,
is not blocking.
yeah, no, maybe they're planning on Kessig Wolf running their expedition envoy for enough to kill you.
I don't think that's what's happening. I think that their best out was probably to draw some sort of pump spell.
Yeah, no, they just scooped.
Or
So
Boiling Earth. They might be playing Boiling Earth.
yeah, no, I think you should actually be aware of that and play Glorious Anthem.
Okay. Uh,
All right, cool. Side that in and
this?
the 2 planes. Yeah, no. All right. So wait, what was the reasoning behind reclaiming vines?
Reclaiming Vines kills Stasis Snare.
It does.
And
Do
our
you
opponent
not?
has two.
Yeah, I think that's fine. What other options? Can you make your sideboard bigger, larger? Okay, so yeah, no, I think that is the right call.
Do you think we send it in over Myers Malice? Because that's what I was
All right,
thinking.
what do we take out? So I think Myers Malice is better in a match where your opponent doesn't mulligan to five, and your opponent did there.
Mm,
But I'm not. I'm trying to like think of what else to take out. I kind of want to take out a Call of Scions because you have three Atlas Watchers and or a Swarm Surge.
I
I
like
just
taking
don't
out
feel
Swarm
like
Surge here. I think we're going to be doing a lot more blocking than we normally
yeah.
would.
So yeah, I think that Myers Malice would have been a bad draw there just because your opponent's was already so low on resources.
That's true. I found that Myers Malice tends to work out really well as a hasty guy as well.
Yeah, I love this hand.
Yeah, this hand's sweet.
Yeah, I mean this isn't a hand that I necessarily want to play against a turn one Expedition Envoy, but I don't feel like your opponent would keep that at this point.
Oh no, Core Castigator.
Three a turn. Say it ain't so.
That's actually a pretty fast clock there, friend.
Seven turns was good.
So we
Uh,
got
okay.
undo.
Why do you do this? So I think you take. Actually, wait for you to determine what you're gonna take, and then I'll comment on this.
I think it's actually a recruit.
So I was actually gonna say undo champion because they don't have the additional lands.
Oh yeah, and then we
You,
can Myers Malice them, and they
yep.
would have to discard.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
he's gonna play, and then I think that yeah, I think you hope that he doesn't hit because on what turn five you're gonna Myers Malice him,
Yep. Or
which
yeah.
means that he'll have had a chance necessarily to play the Shadow Skull recruit, but it means that he has to
I'd
draw.
actually consider playing it on turn 4 just to get these two out of his hand.
That's also completely fine. It also depends, yeah, it depends on what we draw, but
Yeah, I think
um,
taking the Unders champion is right.
yeah, I think that he has no chance of hitting Bane before we have an answer to it.
Yeah.
Now you've drawn lands every single turn of the game somewhere, so
It's okay. Our opponent actually started a private chat with me asking if I was streaming. I said recording, and my opponent says, "Oh no, I'm gonna lose on camera." Dot dot dot.
did you tell him that there was drinking involved?
No,
All right,
we
because he
don't.
might because of that.
We don't generally advertise that, Kevin.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This is a PG stream. Cheers.
Okay, so our opponent played a Looming Spires. They have one unknown in hand.
Yep. As expected, right?
Yep.
Like that was the thing we
I'm curious as to Grip of Desolation. Hello.
yeah, okay, so that to me says you play Dehedron first.
Why?
Because the following turn you grip.
That's fair. I wonder if my opponent's gonna play Endless One here.
I think that your opponent is dumb to not play in this one here. Because that punishes you. And your opponent's not. Oh no, sorry, they are. That was end of combat, not main, second main.
Mm-hmm.
Or they play Lantern Scout. That'd be awkward. But no, they're playing Endless One for 4. Oh, they drew a land. Okay. Um. Okay, so they have 3 cards in hands, which we know all of?
No, we don't know one of them.
Bane, Shadowshield Recruit, and
Something. I think at
so
this point it's probably too late to Myers Malice.
yeah,
We want to cast Grip of Desolation next turn.
yeah. I think that you're gonna have to get grip, and then you're gonna have to play a creature the following turn to win the game because you're gonna take 6, 7 next turn. I think it is 6.
Yeah, it's real
Yeah,
awkward.
yeah. I mean, it kind of blows that your only draw this whole game has been grip. It's a good card.
Oh no, he's got a Shatter Skull Menace now. Ugh, gross.
Yeah, no, you're dead.
Don't be like that.
You tell me what you can draw to get out of this.
Okay. I'll let you know when I figure it out. No, that's
All
not
right.
it.
No. Stop. Don't concede.
Nope.
Don't concede.
Too late.
No, you should have gripped him or Myers Maliced him for both to see what the other cards were.
Oh, I understand. No, I still like this configuration.
I think that's right. I think that he had a fast draw, and we kept a slow draw.
I mean, our draw wasn't necessarily slow so much as it was awkward.
You mean the 4 lands that you drew?
Yes, those ones.
Mm.
Soup's awkward.
Do you have any which one that you want to like call out specifically, or just
Just all of them. Like, I think keeping the 4 land. What was it? Was it 4 land?
yeah? No,
Myers
it was 4 lands.
Malice,
Yep,
Hedron
and
Archive,
then Hedron
Transgress?
Archive Transgress.
Yeah, I think
So
that was
yeah,
reasonable. We're gonna be on the play this time.
I think that's fine. I
I like keeping this. We're gonna keep this.
yeah, no, that's great. I like that.
I mean, awkward against the core castigator, but other than
Whatever.
that,
That guy can beat for days.
yeah, we don't want that to happen, Kevin. Remember,
I mean, we don't want to take
our
damage.
opponent mulliganed to 4 cards.
What?
Yeah. So
Okay. Well,
transgress off the top, please.
so I can just like go refill the whiskey cup, and I don't need to worry about you winning this one. Sounds good.
Such
He did.
mulligan.
He did keep 4 cards, so they might be good ones.
I seriously doubt it, especially with this turn 2 Rot Shambler. Bum bum bum. What?
Does that guy have trample?
No.
Okay, good.
No, you.
I just need to make sure with the +1/+1 counter guys, they just sometimes have trample, and I get really worried.
So,
So
fun story. Our store is out of Managorge Riders, and I'm pretty sure it's because people figured out that it had a trample.
yeah. I wish I had figured out earlier in my life that it had trample.
Alright, so our opponent chose not to attack with Core Castigator, which is
Yeah,
interesting.
sounds good. Jam all of them.
I think what I actually want to do is attack with
Yeah.
my 2 Eldrazi Scions, and
Yep.
then, supposing my opponent does not block one of them,
Mm-hmm.
use it. No, actually, no. Before, what I'm gonna do is before combat, sacrifice
Yep.
the Eldrazi Scions to cast the Brood Monitor.
Okay.
Or is that getting too fancy? You think?
I think you're getting too fancy. I think that you were way ahead, and you should just take a look at your opponent's hand. uh, I feel like that is the right call. So, your opponent is looking to blow you out by killing one of your Eldrazi Scions, and you should jam with both.
I don't think I
Right?
jam with both. Actually, the Storm
Both
Surge makes them
Scions?
valuable.
No, you jam with both right here,
No,
right now.
Kevin, calm down.
Why?
Because we're time walking our opponent by taking away their opportunity to play anything.
But they weren't going to play anything this turn anyway, were they?
Yes, they were. This endless one.
Look at them cast the Chasm Guide now. Oh, an endless one. Sure.
So what we can do now, so you know.
Yeah. His Grip of Desolation?
Yes.
God, that's disgusting. I think you play Eyeless Watcher.
I think we Grip of Desolation, just to keep them off tandem tactics. Because as much as I told you to calm down, I'm never calming down. Not when I get the chance to grip Blowout. And I can't even attack, which is so
Okay, so what was
awkward.
the other card in his hand? It was
Tandem
Yeah,
Tactics. It
okay,
was
yeah,
Tandem
you're turning him
Tactics.
off Tandem Tactics forever. And you're okay sacking a sign and do nothing
Yes.
there? Alright, sounds good. It's
Absolutely.
fine.
It's the threat of activation that's really valuable here,
Oh
Kevin.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine.
It's highly unlikely that our opponent is going to block. The Heated Blade sideboard tech is so real.
I've literally never seen that card sideboarded. Ever.
Alright, we're gonna call some Scions.
Sounds good. I think next turn that maybe Swarm Surge, and
We're definitely attacking with everything here.
that's fine. I don't, I don't see any reason not to.
Sure. We're actually super happy that our opponent did that.
I mean, it's nice that your opponent watches your stream, but
That was really loud.
I'm so, I'm really sorry. That was some water, ladies and gentlemen.
Water is important.
Um, how is First Strike feeling, bro?
We did take them off of White Man on their mold of 4.
I mean, but do you feel bad
No.
about that? Okay, good.
That is how you played BG tokens. Yes, that was actually the idea behind me drafting this deck. I was like, well, my audience probably deserves to know how to play black-green tokens. And the funny thing is, they'll be dead before this core castigator can kill my Rot Shambler. And if they weren't, after first strike damage, I could sacrifice one of the Scions to keep my Rot Shambler alive. That's how first strike damage works
That
with Rot
that
Chamber.
is actually like a very important like thing to know about the interaction because that's complete sequencing
Yeah,
and most players will get that wrong even though Moto tells them right on the like token guard that it has first strike right now. So
yeah.
that's a very like it's a trick and it's something that you should be aware of. Take your time because especially in Moto where you generally don't use your full 25 minutes. So get the maximum value.
So, for example, if you were just attacking with like 2 Scions and your Rot Shambler, and your opponent blocked like this, you can, after first strike damage, get in 6 damage, and then during first strike damage, sacrifice one of them. So your Rot Shambler grows 1, and because you core castigator, or if your opponent's not blocking but you need that extra 4 damage, you can sacrifice all of your tokens to give your Rot Shambler +1/+1. Our opponent says, thanks for the games. So that's cool. Alright, we will see you for round 3. Thanks for joining us, Kevin.